Yahweh Shemel Shai. Yahweh Shemel Shai. Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. The little one shall become 1,000, and the small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age, and the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes, saith the Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the
Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutations to Hopeful Lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Al Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the Hopeful Lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shah, and let's get it, man. All right. I got a video, sent to me by the brother. His channel is GMS GMS. I saw a Chariot 144. All right, and the brother, sent me an excellent video, going into what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and how everything is coming together as for this global war. All right, that's prophesied in the scriptures. You see, because as people, over in America, caught up in vanity, all right, there's real moves being made towards a global war. All right. And within that, we see all the other prophecies, coming together, dealing with, the MOTB. As you can see, you have talks about, Bitcoin crashing and they coming with another digital currency, which most likely going to be that CBDC, the central bank digital currency, So as these things are happening, all right, World War III is building up simultaneously, man, because when this thing hit, it's going to hit fast. All right. If a brother can post it, Habakkuk 2:13, because when this thing hit, it's gonna hit fast, man. I'm gonna go ahead and cue up the video real quick, and can a brother post Jeremiah 51 and 46 as well? I'm gonna go ahead and cue the video up. All right, because when this thing hit, because like I said, we know other prophecies have to happen before this third world war. But the thing is, everything can happen fast, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a trickle effect. All right, it's gonna be a trickle effect that's gonna lead into great destruction through this third world war. So we're just awaiting these things to happen, man. Yahweh Shah said, "Behold, I come quickly." You see, when these things start popping off, man, it's gonna move quick. All right, extremely quick. Now, when you go to let me get this real quick. Man, damn, the video ain't even up no more. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. I did play the video, so like, damn. Man, they just took the video down. They just took the video down, man. Yeah, it's not even. Man, I just got all the minute marks ready right before I went live, and they took the whole video down. Oh boy. Yeah, but that's how you know. Damn. I should have just went live a little earlier. Damn. It had some information in that video too, man. Yeah, but I just tried to play it, and they took it down. I went to the link that the actual link that the brother sent. Damn, man. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna roll in the spirit, because I'm gonna just pretty much sum up, what was said, all right, in that video. I'm gonna start off with these precepts, but then I'm just sum up what was pretty much said in the video, man, because when you go Jeremiah 51 and 46, and it says, "At least your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land." All right, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year shall come a rumor. All right, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. And see, that's what we at right now, because we constantly hear year after year of World War III, rumors of different invasions, rumors of, this country doing the preemptive strike on that country. And, we're constantly hearing these things because a rumor is a circulating story, so we're constantly hearing all these circulating stories about, this nation doing this and this nation into with this nation, but it's gonna come a time where violence gonna actually break out. Now, I was in the video, the guy, he said that the Israelis had met with the American military and was asking for long range missiles, all right, because they was planning, to do attack in Iran. But America military told them, "Nah, we're not gonna give you all that, because America know what that's going to lead to, because Iran is what is a ally of Russia. Russia is an ally of China. You see, so America knows that it ain't just going to be all right. Them Israelis going against the proxies over there in the Middle East as they usually do. No, America knows that when Israelis strike Iran, it's going down. All right. So America pretty much turned them down on getting their heavy weaponry, to go to war with Iran. Because if those Israelis had the equipment to just go to war with Iran, they would. And see, them Israelis got nukes, but Iran is so close, that nukes wouldn't be as smart because they would still be affected by the radiation, of those nukes. You see? So they trying to get what they call conventional, all right, warfare, military equipment from America to go to war with Iran. Like them Israelis want to go now. All right. Them Israelis ready to go now. All right. And Iran ready to retaliate now. You see? But the only thing that's holding up is America won't come off, their conventional military equipment. So pretty much, like Jake saying in New Orleans, man, it's up there. You see, when it comes to Esau, all right, when it comes to them Israelis and Iran, it's up there, man. So let me get this one that the brother put. All right. Habakkuk 2 and 3, Baba Kashab, bro. So like if I say 13, Now this is from the brother Mayan Yasha Allah, which we always get into it. This scripture gonna constantly come out when speaking of war because this is gonna be one of the main stages of war. This is gonna be the major hot zone, to kick off this third world war is what those Israelis gonna do, because I believe they just gonna America, to give them that hardware and just go forth, man. You see? Now when you go to Jeremiah 49:20 said, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. See, because the nation that's going to come out the worst in World War III is Esau Edom, because he has everything to lose because he's in power. So that's why the Most High said, therefore hear the counsel that the Lord, all right, of the Lord that he have against Edom, because Esau Edom will be the biggest loser of World War III. All right, because he's a top heathen. He's in power. You see? They got all these countries and cities named after him, states and all these different things named after him. He's finna lose everything, man. He's about to lose everything, and it's all the counsel of the Lord. And World War III plays a major part in it. So that's why scriptures say, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom. All right. And his purposes that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. All right, reading on. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely, all right, he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And the least of the flock is going into these Israelis, man. And that word draw means to drag, because those Israelis are literally dragging America, all right, into this war, man. And Israeli, they begging America for their military equipment, man. Their long range military equipment. See, Iran already got long range military equipment, and they showed America and Israel how capable they are. Them Israelis, all right. Iran showed them how capable and precise those missiles was a few years back. When America had killed Iran's general, Soleimani. Iran did a retaliation and they was hitting American military bases, all right, from like 800, 900, 1,000. It will not tarry, man, and we here, man. I wish I would have went live earlier, man. Damn. Hey, because it was so much information on that video. It was like 35 minutes, 40 minutes worth of just good, info, and he was kind of going into it. But, it is what it is, man. I'm going to just, pretty much reiterate, as much as I can, because what you have over there in the Mediterranean right now, you have a lot of American and EU warships that's in the that's in the Mediterranean. And see, they don't have those all right, they have them big boy fighter jets over there. They got them F-18 Super Hornets, them F-35 Super Lightnings, all right? Them $200 million jets a piece, man. They didn't ship them over there for nothing, man. All right. They didn't ship them over there for nothing, man, to make the ship look cute. No, they shipped them over there for combat, man. All right, them some of the latest, American fighter jets, aircrafts that they got, man. All right, and they all sitting over there in the Mediterranean as we speak, man. All right, now that's the whole thing with them Israelis and Iran. So then what you have is in Ukraine. Now, the whole thing with Ukraine is Russia had pretty much told NATO and America, like, look, Russia made what you brothers and sisters probably been hearing. They say Russia got red lines. Well, the red lines is that Russia wanted the NATO and America to put something in writing that they would not make Ukraine, a NATO state, because what that would mean is that all those NATO nations will be able to stage military equipment right there at the border of Russia, which Russia shares a major border, all right, with Ukraine. You see, Russia shares a major border with Ukraine. And the reason why Russia is able to stage so many troops on the border of Ukraine, because they're still in Russia. All right. So Russia shares a major border with Ukraine, and Russia is seeing what NATO and America is trying to do by, all right, pretty much make Ukraine a NATO nation. What that means, all those EU nations, America and NATO, can just stage all type of military equipment on the border of Russia, man. And Ukraine, when the war goes down between Russia and Europe over there, all right, Ukraine will be the land mass that Russia will have to cross. Like Russia, is known for tanks. That's their strong part. Their military, their tanks. And what NATO and America want to do is stop Russia, Let me go ahead and pull the blue letter up. All right. They want to start Russia from having a point of invasion. So when Ukraine was going on, Russia was like, look, put something in writing that y'all not gonna make Ukraine NATO. You know, Russia like, look, let's just have some peace talks. You know, so NATO and America is not having no dialogue with Russia, but they still shipping military equipment out there. So Russia was trying to dialogue, and NATO and America, like, you know, curbing them. All right. But then they still shipping military equipment. So Russia was like, well, shit, we might as well get ready for war. You know? And now the guy on the video was saying, like, look, if the longer Russia wait, the more military equipment gonna get shipped to Ukraine. Because America not stopping. All right. You know America not stopping. So it's like Russia's pretty much the ball is in Putin court. That's why everybody talking about Russian invading Ukraine, because the longer Russia waits, the more military equipment. The thing is now is that what you have in Romania is America is stockpiling fighter jets over there. All right. And that's pretty much one of the major things that Russia knows, that they can't let American Air Force get that close. All right, because it's gonna be a problem. Because at the end of the day, with those fighter jets, the way that it works, the reason why America has so many aircraft carriers, because those fighter jets can only go so far. All right, those fighter jets can only go, you know, a certain amount of miles, but they have to fill up. So let's just say if they have a fighter, an aircraft carrier in the Black Sea, and they want to hit a target in Russia that's 300, no, that's 400 miles inland. Well, that fighter jet can only go 1,100 miles before it has to refuel, before it runs out of fuel. So if it had a target in Russia that was 400 miles inland, all right, then if the aircraft carrier is 200 miles in the Black Sea, well, their aircraft carrier will have to go 600 miles inland and then turn around and come back to the boat, to the aircraft carrier. That's 1,200 miles. But if the fighter jet can only travel 1,100 miles, then it's not far enough. All right. So that's why what we're seeing now is these militaries trying to stage equipment as close as they can to each other so it can be effective. All right. This is what we're seeing now. A lot of military equipment being moved, you know, to and fro, because these nations trying to get in position. So when they do jump off, they in a position where they can strike. You know, I hope that made sense. Um, yeah, let me share the. Let me share the screen. Man. But then also in Ukraine, they just, you know, this video was done today, you know, so this is very current what's going on, what this guy was talking about. But he said Ukraine has opened all their bomb shelters. All the bomb shelters in Ukraine are open. And they preparing, you know, they preparing their citizens to fight against Russians just in case they invade. All right. This is happening now. Ukraine is preparing their citizens to have to fight Russian soldiers. All right. If they invade, man. You see? That's why I say it's getting real, man. You know why a nigga in America, all right, is worried about, you know, who killed Dolph, all right, or Kim Kardashian, new boo, some silly shit like that. And it's finna go down in the earth, man. All right. Now let's get Ezekiel 38. You know, because these things were prophesied to happen, and Russia and Iran, you know, it's pretty much to the point where the tension so hot between them Israelis and Iran and Russia, all right, and NATO, that one event and this thing can spiral to something major, man. Now when you get Ezekiel 38, all right, because at the end of the day, it's the Most High putting particular spirits, all right, on the leaders of these nations, man. A brother can post that, I think Proverbs 21 and 1, all right. This is Ezekiel 38 and 1. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against it, and say, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." So this is speaking of Russia. See, at the end of the day, America is against all these Edomite nations, but he's going to use them for his purpose, man. All right. And it says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth." And see, now Russia's being brought forth. You know, now Russia's right there at the doorsteps of these all right, of Eastern Europe. He's right there. Russia's right there at the doorsteps, man, with a bunch of artillery, man. And it says, "And all thy army horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." You see, military equipment. And this is what we're seeing, the moving of military equipment being put in place, because when it hit, it's gonna hit. It says Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, which is these African countries, mainly the northern African countries, because Russia has plans to build bases, in Libya, if they're built already, if they haven't been built already. All right. It says Gomar and all his bands, which is Turkey. It said the house of Togomar of the north quarters and all his band and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So pretty much Russia is like the head heathen of this rebellion against the West, man. Russia is like big bro to all those nations that are fed up with the American hegemony, man. You see? And then Gomar going to Turkey, that's one of the strongest militaries in NATO. But they're going to be with Russia, man. And one thing you got to understand about war, all right, you make an alliance according to who you think going to win and what's going to be most beneficial for you, all right, post-war. So you're going to see a lot of nations gather onto Russia, man, because Earth ran by America, all right, has been torment for these heathens, man. All right. So you got three major things that's going to happen, and America not going to be able to respond to that. Russia can invade Ukraine at any time. They're in China. It's America that's by them. This nigga is by them. What the hell is American warship doing in the Mediterranean, man? American warships in the South China Sea. Here it is, the sea is called South China Sea, but America say this everybody ocean. But nobody can just come up, through the Atlantic. All right. Can't just come through the Pacific. You can't just be in the Gulf of Mexico. What if Russia had warships just staged in the Gulf of Mexico, man? Or China just had warships staged in the Gulf of Mexico, man? All right. This nigga that's everywhere, man. And it says, yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires hell, and is deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heaping unto him all people. And this America, has really spread itself, thin in the earth. You see? Yeah, America is divided. So, America is crumbling everywhere, spread thin militarily, and morally, all right, it's at an all-time low, and the division is at an all-time high, man. So America is set up for a disaster, man. And it's gonna get real bad, real fast, man. All right, and all you Americans, who love this society, guess what, man? What your government is doing is gonna get missiles sent over here, man. All right. While you getting juiced up, all right, getting the Boost Mobile, eventually you're gonna get that thing in your hand. These nations are preparing missiles just to come here, man. So let's go from there. Let's get I think that's Haggai, all right, because it speaks about the Babylonian military, which that's America today. We're gonna come back to that Habakkuk. All right. Now this is Haggai. What was that? Habakkuk the first. It might be Habakkuk the first chapter. So like it. All right, yep. This is Habakkuk 1-6. It said, "For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs." And that's what we've seen the elites do through this American military campaign, man. All right, this is nothing but the ancient Roman, all right, war machine revamped, and modernized, man. And they go set up shop, set up embassies and military bases, and pretty much, just take resources, all right, to their liking, man. Verse 7 said, "They are terrible and dreadful, and their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves." Yeah, because here it is. This man is the biggest terrorist, all right, the earth has ever, witnessed. All right. No one has had the capability of terrorizing the earth, all right, such as these Edomites in this time, man. All right, but they justify themselves through what? Their media, all right, through their philosophy. They are demonized, the leader of the nation, whom they want to overthrow, whom resources they want, all right, or they just want to use their land for more war strategy or whatever it is. It said their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. Yeah, so he's telling the world why he's doing it and why he's justified in doing it, man. So his justification comes from him. All right. The nigga committing the crimes is the same one that's justifying why he's doing it, man. All right, verse 8, it says their horses also are swifter than leopards. All right, and that makes you think of what, man? Alexander. You see, those Greeks, how he conquered so fast, man. And Esau came back in the Renaissance in that same spirit. It says, and are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle. Then you know it's their Air Force that hastes to eat. So the scriptures say what? They spread themselves. You see? And America is more spread than ever, man. And it's not gonna be able to deal with all them superpowers, man. All right? Them nations are even even the odds, man. But that they tell Craig we not little no more, man. How these nations feeling? All right. So going back to Habakkuk 2 and 6, it says, should not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long, and to him that laden himself with thick clay, and that's his debt, you know. And this man spends a lot of money, all right, on his military equipment and his war campaigns, man. You know, the biggest reason America's in debt to the bankers is mainly because of these non-ending wars, man. All right, nigga been in the Middle East 21 years, man. All right, and ISIS is stronger than ever. Al Qaeda, you know, Taliban got Afghanistan back, you know. But this man has been at war in that region for 21 years, man, going on 22. All right, and who you think's financing that, man? The elites. So whose pocket is America in? The elites, man. You know, and they've been using them as a brother put, as the hammer of the earth. All right. This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Well, the Most High is setting these nations up to do this, man. Habakkuk 2 and 7. Shall not they rise up suddenly that bite thee, and a weight that shall vex thee? All right. And thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. And that's how the hammer of the earth gonna be cut asunder, man. All these nations gonna make alliances, all right, to deal, all right, with the whore, man. It said, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and all that dwell therein. You see? So America has a lot of blood on their hand globally, man. And that's why the scriptures say this, man. And that's another thing, like, oh, that's like you got guy from Fopi talking about how hard their life is, man. You know, my family depending on, I got to be the rock. It's so hard to be a man. All right, still crying ass up, man. You know, niggas ain't got it hard here in America, man. All right, you niggas got Uber Eats, Netflix, HBO Max. All right, the 2K on pre-order. You see, you niggas ain't got it hard here, man. All right, but you go over there to Syria. Guess what? Little 6 and 7 year olds walking to school, and guess what? The school gone. America did an airstrike. School don't exist no more. You see? They want to go kick it with, you know, they little friends. Guess what? They friends stayed in the building that was hit by drones. All right? While you niggas crying over two niggas getting shot on the 4th of July weekend, guess what, man? America's killing hundreds in airstrikes, man. How many unreported that we don't know about? You see? You be outside in Syria, and guess what? When you hear that alarm go off, you gotta they got basements built and underground bunkers that they gotta go into when America come through there, man. All right? You niggas ain't suffering, man. You haven't heard them F-18 Raptors. You can hear them from 2 miles or 3 miles away, and you gotta go find the nearest bunker, man. That's the normal for over there in that region, man. But the scriptures say, look, when you go to Jeremiah, got these niggas crying. I'm so busy, mad. Nigga, got it made. You got it. This is Jeremiah 50:14 said, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And see, America is known as what? When you go to Mystery Babylon, let's get there real quick. It's known as what, man? It says she have sinned against the Lord. Because when the scriptures describe, all right, Mystery Babylon, it says, I jump straight to it. This is, I started at 4. And it says Revelation 17:4 says, and the woman, which is symbolic of America, all right, was arrayed in purple and scarlet, you know, and that's their harlot, man. You know, because what do harlots do, man? They put on loud colors, man. You see, they put on flamboyant, you know, colors, all right, to attract the eye, you know, to seduce. All right. It says, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearl, having a golden cup in their hand full of the abomination and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. You see that? The mother of harlots and abominations on the earth. So the Most High has a plan to start a war that's going to take America off the map, man. See, the Most High is not just randomly causing this war, man. No, he has a purpose, and that's for America to be taken off the map. You see, because this is the source of wickedness in the earth, man. Let's get it. When you go into, let's get that word mother in the Greek. All right, well, I think it's matar, a meter. Get it. All right, now you go in the Greek, it's
Strong's G 3384, mater.
Mater. All right, for mother. All right, now it says a mother. It said metaphorically, the source of something, the motherland. You see, the source of something, the motherland, and America is a source and a motherland of wickedness in the earth, man. All right, and that's why we finna see the type of destruction. That's why we're about to witness this type of destruction, is because of this, man. You know, not only are they wicked, but they have waxed proud in their wickedness, man. You see, when you read Jeremiah 50:14, it said, put yourselves in array against Babylon. Round about all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Shout against her round about. She have given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. America will be defenseless for this onslaught that's coming, man. You know, this is going to be that unwalled village, man. All right, and it's going to get ran through. All right, it said, for it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh. So it's Yahweh Bashem Al Shai that's setting this up, man. This is his vengeance against America, man. All right. And then he's going to send Yahweh Shai back to clean up everything else. And it says, for it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Take vengeance upon her if she have done, do unto her. Yeah. All right. You know how many civilians America's military has killed? All right. Millions, man. So guess what? Millions of American civilians gonna die. All right, people that never held the gun before gonna die in war. You see, and that's the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shah, because as she have done, do unto her, man. American military known for blowing up weddings, you know, or farmer markets. All right, all type of civilian areas. Well, guess what? That same smoke coming back, man. You know, and when Yahweh Shah come back, he coming up to clean up everything, man. All right, Russia gonna get the business, China, all right, whatever remain, and Howard Shah gonna deal with when he get back, man. Yeah. Let's get that in Haggai 2. So yeah, it's the Most High that's putting it in the minds of these nations, man, to get busy with America, man. Oh man. Knocking off GPS, you see, it's just gonna be, hey, it's just gonna be ships out there, man, sitting ducks. GPS gonna be turned off, you know. So this gonna be a hell of a war. Earth is never, no, the nations have never possessed this type of destructive power if they possess right now, man. You know, and there's never been a time where you had weapons capable of reaching one end of the earth to another, man. One side of the earth to the other, man. You see? And it says this Isaiah 9:6. It said, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given." That's like verse 5, is what I meant to say. Isaiah 9:5, it said, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." You see? but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, which means it's gonna be missile play, man. You know? And America's about to be jacked up, man. The same way they destroy all these other nations' infrastructure, well, America infrastructure gonna be turned to a desert, man. All right. And then they was also speaking about how it was also speaking about how Joe Biden, pretty much, you had this guy who tracks, aircrafts real time, and pretty much he was saying like when you see the aircraft moving, is that they have a lot of aircrafts, pretty much in the perimeter wherever Joe Biden at, man. Like it's a high alert, like they have him on high alert. They're just fighter jets and aircrafts always wherever he at, man. When he at the White House, when he goes to speak, you know, there's fighter jets, surveying that their perimeter, man. So it's a very, high intense moment, times that we in, man. All right. And the scripture tell you that. I don't know why it stops. And we always go to Ecclesiastes 3:8. All right, because this is wartime, man. All right, and we in the spiritual war, just to stay sane in these times, because we finna see people bug out. All right, we finna see a lot of people bug out, man. A lot of people, everything that they believe in is finna fail them, man. Everything that people believe and trust in is about to fail them, man. All right, now this is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there's a season, and to every purpose, all right, under the sun. And it says, verse 8, it says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And before, we get to that peace in the kingdom, man, it's going to be war. And right now, we're battling the spiritual war, just to stay sane, all right, in these times, man. Just to stay sane, it's a war. All right, but it's going to lead to physical war, man. The Most High is putting in the minds of these nations, all right, to come at Babylon, man. Whether missiles coming here, invasions here, all right, or wherever American troops sit, man, it's gonna be on. All right. This Jeremiah 50:9 says, "For lo, this is brother in his likeness, Yasha Allah. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon." See, it's the Most High stirring up the minds of these nations, man. So brother can post that, Isaiah 13:17. And it says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and that's beginning with Russia, and they shall, all right, set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrow shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain, man. You see, every missile launched at America, is gonna hit some and it's gonna knock, all right, America ass off the map, man. You see, this is cause hey, the Most High put their ass on the map and he gonna take them off, man. You see. This is on the brother Prince on Yanazar 144K. This is Mark 13:7. And it says, and when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not be yet. Because we've been hearing these wars for a while, man. We've been hearing about these wars for a while, but it wasn't the end yet. All right. But it will be a sign that we're leading up to it. And now we're in the time now where the end is here, man. Because like I said, you're going to hear a rumor 1 year, then a rumor next year, then violence in the land. It's going to go from rumors to blood, man. All right? This is another from the brother Prince Yanazar 144K. This is Isaiah 13:17 said, Behold, I stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. You know, and these Medes is the Russians, man. So the Most High has this thing stirred up, you know, to the point where these nations have all this military equipment, all right, on each other's borders. You know, all these troops, you know, is on deck. Aircraft carriers is being put in position. Everything is being put in position for this thing to go down, man. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai is moving his chess pieces on the board. You know, it's the real Game of Thrones, man. And all we have to do is just keep teaching, man. While this is going on, keep teaching, man. You know, staying obedient, staying humble, man. You know, constantly in prayer. All right. So that was the point. You know, I think I ended there. You know, I tried to go into as much as I could remember, you know, dealing with the video. But yeah, that nigga did not want that to come out, man. You know, but that shows you that, you know, it has to be some validity to that, you know, those points, because he wouldn't have took it down, man. All right. So Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters were edified, you know, until next time I say Shalom, you know, call me Yashala, Abba, DTA soon. You know, and if you brothers or you sisters ever have, you know, any questions about what's going on when you hear about, you know, these different countries going into it, you know, feel free to ask, man, and you know, we'll get into it, man. You know, we'll get straight to it. All right. So till next time I say Shalom, Kon Yashala, Baba, DTA soon. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Shalom.